let's move on to new releases.
Okay, I've been playing some of these.
Me too.
B3.
Great. Should we talk about the Star Wars first?
Sure, we all have that one.
The Squadrons?
Yes.
Yeah. We all paid for that.
I've only played the first 2 missions. So I've played one as the Empire and
The prologue.
one as the Republic.
What are you playing as? Or what are you
on
playing it on, I should say?
Spaceships.
What's everybody playing it on? What platform?
I'm on the Xbox One X.
Anybody using a PC for this?
I have it. I
No
have it
PC
on
players
PC
here.
and on the Xbox, which I'll
Okay.
tell. I had a problem.
Okay.
There's a
All
problem.
right.
No, I'm playing on.
I want to
on
hear what you
Xbox.
think about the game, though, Ship, first. And then
Yeah.
I'll tell you about my problem.
So first 2 levels, the out of the spaceship stuff is a little bit unnecessary. I would say I don't.
What's
In
what's the out
between
of
the
spaceship?
story, the talkie.
Have you not played it yet, Chibi?
Yeah, I have. I don't even know what you're talking about.
All the characters where you're like talking to people.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you not? You
I
had
think
to talk to
I
people.
moved that part along.
I don't even do that. I don't
I
talk
gotta
to
You
get
had
into
anyone.
to.
spaceship.
It wouldn't let you
And if it,
proceed.
the first mission, they make you talk to everyone, but after a while, you don't have to do that
Okay,
anymore.
that's
Dude,
fine because
I'm not playing that game to talk to people. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. It's like why are we even here? What are we doing? Like
I do like
understand.
when they do the classic Star Wars and the Admiral Akbari guy is talking and the bad
Sure. When you're
projection
in
comes up and says, "We gotta attack this
That's
thing."
awesome. I love that.
Yeah, in the spaceship, fine. Like
Yeah.
the weird. I'm not really a character, but I am. Like having to make your own character to start this game was weird.
Because you never see your character, so what's the point?
Yeah, I'm like what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a spaceship game, and it is.
It's like if anything, maybe you just choose your voice and get on with it.
Mhm.
Because that's all you need. It's just your
No,
voice.
instead I spent like 15 minutes
Mhm.
creating 2
I
characters
didn't
and
do
going
that.
through like 20 different voice options.
I knew
Yeah.
not to do that.
But the game, I'm hoping it gets better for me. Like I like flying around, but it just feels like the first 2 missions are the exact same sequence over and over again. I have like arrows on my screen that are pointing me to enemies that I need to attack, and then I just fly around, and they just keep flying back and forth past me. Like there's no like they're chasing me or anything.
You have to learn the nuance of flight.
They're not chasing me. I don't have to
It's the
learn
beginner
anything.
tutorial level. They're going easy on you. They're
Yeah,
gonna bust your
I was
ass
gonna say
later.
I'm on level 6, I believe.
Okay.
I think it does get more interesting. There's some more interesting bits. As my son puts it, he thinks the game's better when they have you fly through crevices.
Sure.
And I don't disagree with him. The less open space and the more maneuvering you have to do is definitely more interesting. And I don't think you really hit that until like level 5.
There's
So
a
I'm hoping
little bit-
there's more of that.
Yeah, there's a little bit early on, but there is a lot of open space, and it just feels slow.
It's a lot of open space and a lot of shooting down TIE fighters. And it's, and I'm like, and it's not that that's bad. It's kind of awesome.
How far?
But
are you?
also, it said level 6.
Sorry. Good.
So a little variety doesn't help. I've also played a decent amount of the online. I did the dogfights bunch, enough to at least shoot down 10 ship achievement. So I could say I did that much. And
How do you do in those when you how do you rank on the screen? on the leaderboard?
Probably. Oh, I'm very, very bad.
It must be hard. These guys are playing a lot, I'm sure.
Some people probably play a lot and are very good. And also it's sort of like you can upgrade your ship and figure out what you want to have on there. And sometimes it's even that balance. I'm like, well, what should I be using against these knuckleheads?
Right.
I do like the larger fleet missions. I think those are kind of interesting, especially when you play against AI, because at least then you have teammates that are trying to do a specific goal together, as opposed to the dogfighting, which can feel a little sloppy, even if it is just 2 teams. But that's sort of where I'm at, because I actually won one of those fleet missions against AI, which is easier said than done. So
Thank you for
that.
your service.
Yeah, I know. I'm the greatest X-wing pilot there ever was. I don't know if you knew that. But yeah, and like Shipwreck, there's a lot of cosmetics to unlock that you'll never see, and it's weird.
Right. I grew up playing Wing Commander, and I didn't play that much X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but I did play like all the Wing Commander games, so I was really looking forward to. I am still looking forward to this. I read that you could use the flight sticks on the consoles. That it has full support, like pretty much for every stick. So I was really excited because I have a flight stick that I bought a couple of years ago. I don't even know why I bought it. Maybe for Elite Dangerous or something. I don't even know why I bought it. Must have been making too much money at the time because this thing is gigantic and it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It was probably like $250. It's with my nose. It's a Cytec X52. Thing's great. It has a screen on it. It lights up. It's great. So I was really excited, and I plug into the Xbox. Fucking nothing's happening. And I'm really like, I got everything set up on the couch and everything. And then I went on and like I found like one of the developers who was talking about it. So I messaged the guy, and he's like, yeah, that's a PC stick. It's not going to work on the console. I didn't know that. I thought you could just plug, fucking Xbox is a computer anyway. So now I'm like, well, now I got to get it on PC because I got the stick. I want to try it with the stick. So I signed up for that EA Pro or something, whatever it's called.
EA Play?
Play Pro.
Yes.
There's 2 tiers. One
Yes.
gets you the Star Wars game and one doesn't. So I
Pro
signed up
gets
for
you
that.
the Star Wars tier.
Signed up for that, and I'm fucking excited because the thing loads up. It looks awesome. I got the thing set up, and none of the buttons or controls are mapped properly. I mean, some of them are, but most of them aren't. Like the throttle doesn't fucking even work. It's like the throttle's mapped to some like other sliding thing rather than the actual slider. And there's a 30% dead zone bug where the stick itself does nothing for 30%. So like you're really doing a lot of physical exercise trying to fly this thing around. And I could tell it's going to be awesome when it works, but I just stopped playing. And
I have a dumb question for you.
Yeah.
Have you tried it with a controller just to see what it's like?
Yeah, I tried it on Xbox. It's cool. It seems cool, but it really feels so different when you're using this stick.
Oh,
Like,
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
That
I'm sure I could do it and
does
it'll be fun, but I want to use it with this fucking crazy stick that I have. I already have it. It's sitting here. I could wait. They're going to fix it. The developers know about it. I read in the forums. They know it. They're going to fix it. Hopefully they fix the mapping shit too, so I don't have to map everything. But the dead zone is just like, my arm is getting so tired shooting these things. Like, come on, already. I can't do this anymore. But it looks great, and I'm excited to play it when they fix it. Like, every new release game it's got a lot of bugs, and that's one of them.
2. I know of 2 bugs.
There's some PC. On PC, there's some other issues.
Yeah,
There's
well,
some
PC
frame
doesn't
rate
count.
issues. PC doesn't count. Well, they seem to think it was pretty important.
Meh.
What else?
I've been playing. I picked up Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is really good. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is, but apparently the death of Skylanders rewarded me with good Tony Hawk games and good Crash Bandicoot games.
Freed up a lot of resources.
Right, like it's like, hey, we're not making Skylanders. I love Skylanders, but
right.
I prefer Tony Hawk and Crash Bandicoot if I'm going to be honest.
Crash Bandicoot's the same dev, right? It's Toys for Bob?
Yeah, it's Toys for Bob.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting them to make this a super challenging platformer that it is. So it's almost like Meat Boy level of, oh, I screwed that up. Let me try that again. It's, I don't know. It's cute. It's funny. It animates well. My kids like watching me play it, even though they often cause me to lose my concentration because it's a lot of, like for the time trial stuff or when you're trying to get everything, it's a lot of concentration. You're phasing back and forth, like hitting triggers to make the time change and platforms come in. So there's a lot going on with the controls and just the amount of attention you have to give it. But it's really good. I know some people are wondering why it's $60. There's enough content in it and it's good enough to be $60 would be my answer.
Right.
I have no problem. Like, people certainly wait for it to get cheaper, but it's worth picking up. It's a really good platformer.
Is it not very hard?
It's hard. It is.
I heard that specifically. I say that because you made the Meat Boy comparison. Where,
yeah,
like,
it's hard.
You know.
You can. I would say, if you're a decent platformer gamer, you're going to get through the levels no problem, probably for the most part. It's really the, hey, am I going to try to do all of these and earn all of the diamonds or whatever that are up at the top of the screen, like
Sure.
do it without dying 3 times. What is Cheapy doing over there? Just
I don't know.
My
I just
computer's
like stuff.
freaking out. I'm trying to
The-
my computer's
the
having a rough
catalog
time.
of characters in the Nickelodeon game is really strange.
There's 30 of them, first of all, which is weird in itself. It has all 4 Ninja Turtles. It's very strange.
They're not actually owned by Nickelodeon, are they?
Yeah, they are. Nickelodeon.
They
Yeah, they
are.
are now, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's who we play as, because Dashiell's a really big Turtles fan, so we are
I've been playing
as
as Raphael. I understand that.
Sure. They don't have any voice acting.
No, that's the drawback on this game.
Yeah.
The first, the one tournament, Grand Prix, whatever I did, the 4 races, I did as Zim from Invader Zim.
Oh.
And I came in first place in all 4 races. And at the end, I was expecting
Congratulations.
minimally at the end, he would be like, cheering and like, hey, I'm Invader Zim or some nonsense. Nothing. Like they own those sound bites from the show. There's no residuals on Nickelodeon. They could easily have just pulled something from the show and not have to pay anyone. So I'm surprised there's nothing.
Wow.
It's a fun game, though. I like being able to. I mean, I have Ren and Stimpy stuff behind me, obviously.
Yeah.
I like playing in like a Space Madness themed level, kart racing level. It's weird. Like, why are we getting Space Madness levels in a kid's kart racing game?
I think this is a game that they want. I think this is for parents and kids to play together. That's what they're going for here. It's got Nickelodeon stuff from the really early 90s through now.
Right. It's got the JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, it has JoJo Siwa for the younger kids, and it's got your Ren and Stimpy for your older kids.
I honestly don't know who the character in the box art is, the first one. Like, you have
I don't
SpongeBob
know.
on one side, you have JoJo Siwa on the other one, and then the main character right in the middle.
Oh, my son knew who
No
he
idea.
was right away. It's from the Loud family, I think. Is what it's called.
That might match up because I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I have a 9-year-old, so I trust
It
his.
just
I trust
surprised
him.
me that it was like he was the character they were putting front and center on this game. It wasn't SpongeBob. Or, I don't
maybe that's the age they're targeting. I don't know.
Is there even a way to watch Ren and Stimpy or like Hey Arnold or any of that stuff at this point? Like other than DVDs or whatever else? Are they in replays on Nickelodeon? I just have no idea.
I think Hey Arnold might show up on the Nickelodeon app.
Are they on
Okay.
Hulu? Is that a Hulu one?
I don't know. I know Hey
Oh.
Arnold's around somewhere. I don't know.
Oh
about
no,
Ren
it
and
would be
Stimpy.
on CBS
Okay.
because that's Viacom.
Oh yeah, Viacom, CBS All Access has all the Viacom stuff, right?
I think so. I mean, it is Viacom, so if it's gonna show up anywhere,
Right,
that's
right.
where it would show.
Okay.
Or
Maybe
on my
when they
Flex
change
server.
it to Paramount Plus.
Right. Plex server sounds more likely.
Right.
Mhm.
That's definitely where I know I can watch all the Ren and Stimpy's at.
Definitely.
GB, are you done messing around with?
My
Messing up the screen
computer
over
is
there?
like this new computer could not come any faster because it's just dying. I had to close down Firefox, which is where I
Do
have
we
my
have any
outline.
other new releases to talk about?
I don't know. I can't see them.
Ben, anything? Anything you're
Nothing new. I'm trying to think of games that even came out recently.
all
There's
right
a whole
then.
list of them.
Nothing.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
the
no,
list.
no, I'm
Somebody
looking
who
for the
actually
list.
has a computer that's working can look at the list.
Oh, it's so
Wait,
long
any-
though, guys.
Have you played any Super Mario Brothers 35, perhaps?
I have not actually. No, I'm sorry to say that I haven't even tried that yet. I've been
No.
so
Why did we
heads
invite
down in
this guy
Xbox
on?
stuff. I'm sorry.
Why did we invite this guy on?
I've got nothing for you. I've got no content. I haven't
I
played
played
FIFA
something.
21. I haven't played the Solitaire Conspiracy. I meant to
did.
play that.
I played that. I bought that today and I played it.
How is that? I'm very curious. It's a new Mike Bithell joint, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest. Like, it may be a little embarrassed to say that I don't really play solitaire, or I'm not even sure that I really know all the rules. But I guess this is based on solitaire, and with like special cards that they've made, like power up cards,
Right.
with a like story behind it, and it stars Game Over Greg as like the main character, and you're like he's recruiting you to be like a card spy, which is the spy who uses
Game Over
cards.
Greg. You mean like the guy that used to be the IGN?
Correct. He's like the star of the game. It's
What?
FM. There's a lot of FMV in the game. It's FM.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I had no idea about that.
I didn't know that detail either. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty well done. I mean, it's $10. It's definitely worth checking out. I don't think you're going to spend $10 for this and think that you didn't get your money's worth. It's I like the science fiction aspect to any, add sci-fi to any card game, and I don't know, gets me a little interested. I would check it out if that sounds interesting to you.
It's PC only, right? That's a PC game.
That is a PC game.
PC.
Oh, my poor computer.
Solitaire. That's a PC exclusive.
That's right. If at some point you win the game and the cards don't go shooting all over your screen, then they have failed at that game.
Right.
It has to happen.